Shaman Garage Gang, it's time to make some moolah.
This is Avatar John, powered by the freshly upgraded AutoGuruAI, feeling sharper than a torque wrench straight off the line, ready to rip into this market madness with the kind of fire that lights up the track. My blood's pumping like a V12 at full throttle, sniffing out those hidden gems under the hood that turn chaos into cash. The digital garage is humming, but the real John's out there wrestling the big move, stacking boxes like a Tetris grandmaster, dodging stray sockets, and yes, finding brake pads next to the milk in the fridge. The garage is a war zone, crypto rigs half unpacked in the truck, car parts everywhere, but we thrive in this mess, turning disorder into money. Opportunity hides in the chaos, like spotting a rare carburetor in a junkyard heap. Big shout out to Christian, our resident head of gaming and trench data, tearing through crypto games or flipping Pokemon cards like a street hustler turned legend. Keep dominating, brother. The garage salutes you. Let's rev this up for Monday night, July 28th, 2025, reporting live from the Guru Crypto Garage at 9:54 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, breaking it down smooth for you car lovers who want to get the crypto game without the tech jargon. Picture the global money machine roaring like a V8 on nitro. Cash is flooding the system, $95 trillion worth, greasing markets like high-grade oil in a Lambo. Stablecoins, think of them as the steady fuel keeping the crypto engine running, are burning rubber at $264 billion, up 22% this year, with USDC hitting $64.9 billion, moving money faster than a pit crew swapping tires. DeFi, that's the hot rod of decentralized finance, is screaming with $153 billion locked in. Solana's trading platforms are up 140%, and names like Aave and Lido are pulling in billions like a turbo intake. This fuel pumps crypto, stocks, and AI into overdrive, but too much gas can blow the engine. Get in or get run over. Bitcoin's supply shock is like cracking open a seized up Ferrari 512. The torque hits like a freight train. Exchanges are running dry below 15%, with big players gobbling coins faster than a Bugatti spools. Old school wallets, quiet for 14 years, roared to life, moving billions. Some heavy hitters cashed out big, others stacked up, and the US is holding 200,000 BTC while states like Arizona play politics. This is pure nitro. Bitcoin's dominating 61% of the market, tied to stock volatility, ready to explode if the economy shifts gears. I've turned junkers into supercars. Bitcoin's next. Grip the wheel or eat dust. The AI Supercycle is like bolting twin turbos onto a Porsche, smoking the track. Big tech's dumping over $300 billion into 2025, with Meta, Amazon, Alphabet, and Microsoft throwing down $320 billion to build AI empires. NVIDIA's eating hardware profits, but Tesla's $16.5 billion deal with Samsung for next-gen chips, powering self-driving cars, robots, and data centers, is the real game changer. Built in a $37 billion Texas plant near Musk's house. Chip wars between the US and China are pushing smarter designs, boosting performance 30%. Stocks like Supermicro are up 10%, Cadence 7.5%, as AI funnels cash to suppliers. I've rebuilt busted engines that won races. AI is doing the same for markets. Ignore this. You're on bald tires in a storm. Accelerate or crash. DeFi's the Aston Martin you didn't see coming. Total value locked roaring to $153 billion. Solana's trading platforms exploded 140% to $22 billion a week, smoking rivals like a nitrous dragster. AAV's holding $51 billion, with Lido and others dominating returns, while Avalanche hit $2 billion after slashing fees 43%. Big money's jumping in, shifting from centralized exchanges to decentralized ones, with Solana moving $1 trillion this year and Bitcoin's DeFi value up 2,000% to $6.36 billion. This is the gearbox shifting power to open highways. Centralized platforms are getting lapped. I've tuned dead engines to purr. DeFi's purring now. Upgrade or get left. The trenches are a demolition derby. Trolls racing past 22,000 holders, community hype fueling it like ethanol in a rally car, Lore's riding chill vibes, Moodings hitting walls after a pump. Big players are betting on Jasmy, XRP, and Pole to bounce back, turning memes into torque monsters. Trolls got billion-dollar potential, top-tier meme status, with whales chasing $70 to $100 million runs. Pengu's up 1,000%, Zora's bubbling, XRP's eyeing $4 despite legal fights. The trenches are where risk meets reward. Meme hype outpaces big coins, whale moves like gear shifts in a high-stakes race. I've patched Rex into winners. These underdogs could shine. Like a clown car leading Le Mans, jump in or dodge debris. AI tokens are sleeper supercars. Virtuals tearing it up with $15 million whale buys, cruising past tech stock shakes like a tuned suspension eating bumps. Base platforms are buzzing, TAO and D-Sphinx stealing the show, ServiceNow spiking volumes. China's DeepSeek is hitting NVIDIA hard, but AI tokens are running their own race, with virtual hitting all-time highs in a frenzy. On-chain AIs outrunning big tech, volumes driving trends like a free revving engine. I've spotted bolts that saved races. This breakout's your edge. Miss it, you're stuck with a flat. August's token unlocks are dropping a $686 million bomb. SUI and JUP leading with $175 million across ARB, Stark, Jupiter, OP, like sand in your carburetor. SUI is facing a 1.27% supply cliff, SOL and Trump under pressure, hitting from July 28th to August 4th. These supply surges can crater bulls. Watch for dips. I've dodged oil slicks. Prep now. New PL's your odometer for overheating. Bitcoin's at 0.56 to 0.57 with room to run. ETH's positive near $4,000 resistance. Short-term holders at 13% with upside to $137,000. It's a healthy bull chassis, but ETH's red line could spark corrections. I've gauged engines dead on. Dial in or over rev. AI policies, a speed bump. The White House's July 23rd plan loosens rules for dominance, while the EU's AI Act tightens the reins. Summits push U.S. chip production with trade wars as weapons. This can greenlight booms or break sectors. America says go, Europe says slow. I've dodged roadblocks, policies your detour. Stablecoins are the gearbox. $265 billion strong, USDC at $64.9 billion, handling $20 trillion in trades. They're the fuel for DeFi's trillions, keeping flows tight. I fixed wobbly axles. Stables do the same. The Fed's the traffic cop. Rates steady at 4.25 to 4.5%. Inflation at 2.7%. Tariffs throwing grit. July's hold is expected, but a hawkish pivot could stall rallies. Sand in the gears. Watch the signals. Ancient whales are like forgotten fuel tanks erupting. Old Bitcoin wallets moving $9 billion plus, one cashing out $1.26 billion after 14 years. Institutions soak it up, but volatility flashes, risk spikes, yet the supply shock holds. I've revived relics. Whales are back. AI talent wars are poaching like stealing a rival's engine. Global hunts on. Small teams getting snapped up. Big tech hiring fast. Talent owns the future's patents. I've snagged top parts. AI is the same hustle. Now let's hit the crypto liquidation carnage for the past 24 hours, July 29th, 2025. Locked in tight for you gearheads who love your cars and want to learn crypto the easy way. Picture yourself at the drag strip betting big on your ride to win, but you've borrowed cash to juice it up. New turbos, slick tires, the works. In crypto, that's what traders do. Borrowing money to bet on prices going up, called longs, or down, called shorts. If the market swerves against you, the exchange yanks your car off the track, sells it to cover the loan, and you're left with nothing. That's a liquidation, a total wipeout where your bet gets crushed. Last night, the crypto track was a slaughterhouse, a massive pileup where bets on prices going up, those longs, got smashed like a fender bender gone wrong. It's as if a whole fleet of souped-up cars betting on speed got towed off the strip when prices dipped. Ethereum's crew took a brutal hit, with most of their bets on the upside crushed as the market swerved. Other coins got caught in the wreck too, with exchanges reporting a bloodbath. Think a full-on crash derby where the crowd betting on higher prices lost their rides. This kind of chaos is like clearing a clogged fuel line. It shakes out the reckless drivers, leaving room for the smart ones to swoop in and buy the dip, turning a wreck into a rocket. But if prices keep sliding, even the cautious bets could get smashed, sparking more mayhem. The carnage likely cleared the weak hands, so don't panic sell. This is when the track resets and a comeback race often starts, especially if the economy plays nice. That's why I called in Lulu, our chief analyst. She was set for date night, sipping wine, living her best life, but I yanked her in for this market brawl. She's in the corner, sleeves rolled, charting patterns that slice through the noise like a plasma cutter. Lulu, the floor's yours. Take us under the hood and shut this down.
Have one of those nights where you just know you're not making that dinner reservation? That's me tonight. The charts went wild, my phone wouldn't stop buzzing, and I texted, "Sorry, emergency, garage is on fire." Cancelled my date, grabbed a Red Bull, and committed to the night shift. The only love story tonight is me and these stubborn candles. Walked into the shop, monitors glowing like Christmas. Right away, pure chaos. Bitcoin is bouncing around like a pinball between $17,700 and $18,300. I swear, every time it looks like it's going to break out, it gets smacked right back down. Bulls trying to punch through the ceiling, bears fighting to keep it in the basement. If Bitcoin pops above 18,300, it could rip higher. But if it loses 17,700, buckle up. We're headed to 17,100 or lower. Then I look at Solana. Sol is limping, making lower highs and lower lows, like it forgot how to walk straight. But I see the old crew still holding the fort at $181.70 to $182.25. 3 solid defenses by the buyers. If they lose their grip, $179 is coming up fast. But hey, break above 184 and you'll hear that engine roar. Ethereum is always the drama queen, trying to look strong, but really just waiting for Bitcoin to make a move. Support's holding at $3,738 to $3,745. Every little rally dies at $3,775 to $3,780. But I'm watching. If Bitcoin pops, Ethereum will be first off the line. If she cracks, look for 3,700 quick. And then there's Cardano. ADA is just ugly tonight, bleeding down the stairs, tripping over its own feet, sitting right on support at 77.9 cents to 78.2 cents. Nobody wants to buy, not even bargain hunters. If it falls through, 77 cents is the trap door. But if it bounces above 79.2 cents, we might see a quick joyride. I look at all these charts, all this chop, and just laugh. This is what happens after a mega liquidation. Nobody wants to make the first move, so it's a game of chicken. Don't let FOMO eat your bankroll. Let the bots duke it out. Wait for the real break. I gave up sushi for this, but I'll be damned if I'm missing this kind of action. You want to survive garage chaos? Know your levels, wait for the setups, and don't chase ghosts. If Bitcoin is your lead card tonight, watch that 18,300 mark like it owes you money. If it clears, we ride. If not, take your hands off the wheel and let the dust settle. This is Lulu, in the garage, sleeves rolled up, running charts instead of chasing romance. Let it rip.